This is the verse number 38, Surah Al-Maida, which is the surah number 5. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here that it's about the one of the sin which people are committing. Verse number 38 and surah number 5. It is the one of the sin which people are committing in low level and the high level. The highest level are the politicians who steal the money of the people. And in the lower level, there are different kind of thieves in the community and the society. And Allah commanded the punishment for them, and the male thief and the female thief cut off their hands as a punishment for what they have earned. And lesson punishment from Allah, and Allah is Almighty, the All-Wise. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He make a very strict punishment for the thieves, because thieves are destroying the world. They're destroying the society. And if ever they can get chance to kill people, they are not hesitant to kill people just because of the money. Because no one thief is coming, okay, please, I want to theft you, so let me get your money. No. They will come and they will kill you also if you don't give them the money. They will shoot you, or they will cut your throat, or they will do anything harmful against you. So these people who are trying to steal your wealth, their punishment is to cut off their hands in the law of Allah. Same with the law of Torah also. The Prophet Muhammad said, there was a time when there was a lady who stole something, and she was from the very powerful family, and they tried to intervene. They started to make intercession for her to Prophet Muhammad that please forgive her, let her go. And the Prophet Muhammad he became angry. He said, the people before you were destroyed because they have a law for some people, different law, and the other people, they have a different law. So influential people, there is no law, and the weak people, they have a lots of laws. So he said, the people before you were destroyed because they have a law for double standard. For weak people, poor people, they implement the law, but the rich people and influential people, there is no law for them. So he said, no, he should inflict the punishment on her. He said, even if my daughter was stealing, I should punish her also. That's the Prophet Muhammad said. Very important for us to understand this. Even the smallest theft, example, 1 peso, it is still a theft. If somebody gave you 1,000 pesos and you bought something for 999 pesos, and if you're not returning the 1 peso, you are committing the theft already. You're committing the theft already. Nakao. Even 1 peso is not insignificant. Even if you are going to some people's place, in some people's office, and then you have a low battery, your cell phone, and you are plugged in the charger and you started to charge, you are already stealing now. You are theft already. You are committing the theft. You become a thief now because you are stealing someone's current without their permission. Even if you borrow the sleeper, even if you go to some place and you just borrow the ball pen, you cannot do it without the permission. You cannot do it without permission. Even just it's a ball pen, you are not allowed to use it without the permission of the owner. You should have a right to use the things. And the things which you have no right to use, that's called a theft. Okay. Example, you go to some place and you just get the water and you drink. No, that's haram. How you can drink water without the permission of the owner? You should ask the permission. Can I drink water? Can you allow me to drink water? Then you must drink the water. You cannot, even if the well of the people and somebody owns that well, you cannot take out the water and start to drink. No. Even if you go to some property and there is some fruits there and you started to pick up and eat, you are committing the theft. You cannot touch anything anywhere in the world if it is not owned by you unless you ask the permission. Example, you're walking in the street and you found some money there. What you do? Don't touch it. Because once you touch, the Prophet Muhammad said, you have to look for the owner of this money. How long? Until 1 year you look for the owner of this money. After 1 year, you give away for charity. So it becomes your obligation now. So example, any valuable thing, watch or ring or money or gold, anything you saw in the street, don't touch it. Because once you touch it, it becomes your obligation to look for the owner. And touching somebody thinks is already prohibited. So that is very important for us. It's called transparency. You need to be very transparent for everything. Accounting must be very perfect. It's not right that you can mistake accounting 1 peso or 10 pesos or 100 pesos, 1,000 pesos. No, you must write down everything. Even if it is centavos, you must write down that I have 1 centavo from you and I have to return it to you. No mistakes in this things. Example, when you have to pay someone, you must pay exact amount. Prophet Muhammad, when the funeral come and they ask him to pray for this person, and then Prophet Muhammad always asks, this person has any debt? Before he died, was he not able to pay his debt? And they say, Ya Rasulullah, yeah, he was not paying his debt to the people. And the Prophet Muhammad used to say, I will not pray for him. You go and you pray for him. I will not pray for him to Allah to forgive him. That's why he did not pay his debt. He has to pay someone, but he don't like to pay. That is how important the transparency in Islam. The biggest surah in the Quran, the Surah Baqarah. And the biggest verse of the Quran, it talks about the credit and loan. When you loan from someone, you should pay it back. You should write it down. You should witness upon them. And you should pay according to your terms. That is the biggest verse of the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah about the dealings of these things. When there was a time in the Battle of Khaybar, which is one of the great battle, the Prophet Muhammad time, and they have some valuables collected from during the war. And one of the person was martyred in the eyes of the people, and he was considered as a shaheed or martyr, and they thought that he should be in paradise now, his soul, and Allah can give him the temporary body of the bird there, etc., etc. They were talking like this. And the Prophet ﷺ came and he said that your companion, right now he is in hellfire and he is wearing the cloth of fire, a sheet. He was wearing the sheet. Prophet said he's wearing the sheet of the fire on his body. And then they were shocking that this person was martyred in the way of Allah, and then now he is in the hellfire according to Prophet Muhammad. So what he did, and then it was realized that during this all the treasures were collected, he stolen one sheet, one cloth, he stolen because he liked it and he wanted to wear it, so he stolen it. And then Prophet Muhammad said that because of his stealing, he gathered something without, and then he used it. And the Prophet Muhammad said he is going to wear the fire cloth on the day of judgment, and right now he's wearing that fire cloth, his soul. And then suddenly, a man he put in his pocket, he bring out the shoelace. He bring out from his pocket the shoelace. And he wanted to return it to Prophet Muhammad that he got it from the treasure, that shoelace for his use. And the Prophet Muhammad said, I will not accept it from you, but you have to bring it there on the day of judgment, and then you have to answer for this. Even for the shoelace. Even for the shoelace, he is going to be reliable and responsible to answer that on the day of judgment. So we need to be very careful. All our life, we need to be very clean. Very clean. We cannot get money of the people. We cannot get the things of the people. We cannot touch the things of the people. Even if it's a matter of the ball pen, you cannot use it, the ball pen of someone, without their permission. Because if you use that, you are committing a theft. If you use the slipper of someone without the permission, you are committing the theft. If you cannot return 1 peso to someone, you are already committing the theft, because that's the transparency in Islam. Don't use the people things. Don't use the people things without their permission. Always ask for the permission and always be transparent. Today, the young children, they must learn. Tomorrow they'll become big, and you can look at what the politicians are doing in the world today, what the mayors are doing today in the world, what the governors are doing in the world today. What are the politicians, the presidents and prime ministers are doing today? They are stealing the people's money. They are stealing the millions and billions of dollars of the money of the people, because they were not learned in the young age. You need to be transparent. You don't need to steal from the people anything. Not even 1 peso, not even $1. They were not learned like this by their families. So now they become the big thief. They are stealing the hundreds of millions of dollars of the people's money. They overprice the medicines. They overprice the stationaries. They overprice the vehicles. And they just want to get the kickbacks or the corruption from those money. And they are going to pay for this on the day of judgment. They are stealing the money of the millions of people, and these millions of people will complain to Allah on the day of judgment that these politicians, they stolen our money. So give us justice now, and they will be given justice. And those people who are stealing the money of the people, they will be thrown in the hellfire. So be transparent, be clean, not to be dirty in matter of money. Always clean, always keep your account, always be very honest. Honest means you are not doing any wrong to anyone in matter of any of the deals. And then that is the way we can be present to ourselves on the day of judgment when we are clean. One of the greatest surah of the Quran, Surah Al-Shams, where Allah swear for 17 times. And then he said, Kadaflaha man zakkaha. Surely the successful is the one who is clean himself. So clean yourself with dirt is very good. Clean yourself, our clothes, our body, our houses, our places, our offices, our schools, everything should be clean. And one of the meaning of the cleanliness also to be clean is not to cheat anyone, not to get the money of the people, not to get the things of the people, but be transparent all the time and be clean in that manner also. And of course, one of the meaning of the clean, not to worship idols, and your heart should be clean to worship only one God. A person was questioning to another Muslim that if Shaitan is made from the fire, then why the fire will pain to him? And you know what he did? He get the one stone and he hit to him. And he said, oh, it's very painful. Why you hit me the stone? He said, you are made from the soil, but the soil can make you pain. He hit the stone to the man, and when the man has a pain, and he said, I have a pain. Why you hit me stone? He said, I just teach you that when you are made from the soil and the soil can make you pain. So Shaitan is made from the fire, then fire can make him pain. Okay, we have a very good question here. The Federico Gabriel Quino, paano pa makapasok sa isang Muslim sa Islam? Okay, dapat sa saksi, you can testify. Ako ay sumasaksi, walang ibang Diyos na dapat samahin, maliban kay isa lang Diyos Allah. At ako ay sumasaksi si Muhammad, alipin at huling propeta sugo ng Allah. At ako ay sumasaksi si Jesus, anak ni Maria, alipin at propeta ng Allah. So you have to believe in all one God, and you believe that Jesus is not Son of God, but Son of Mary, the prophet of God. And you have to believe the Holy Spirit is not God, but Angel Gabriel. And Mary is just a woman who gave birth without the husband, and Jesus was born without the father. And God is not father of anyone, but He is the Almighty Allah. And then you can say it in Arabic, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh wa ashhadu anna Isa ibn Maryam abdullahi wa nabiyuh.